Welcome to Too Hot to Sip podcast. Your host Diana is bringing you all the news stories and hot topics you can't resist. Whether it's trending tea or real life truths, we're diving in with a fresh perspective, ready to sip, spill, and savor every bit. So, grab your cup, settle in, and let's get into what's too hot to ignore.
Well, good morning, you guys. Good freaking morning. It is Friday and I have that day off. Thank you, freaking God. Okay. It was a long week for me, even though I only had like 3 days, but child, it was a long fucking week. But let's jump into the main juice of why my week was so freaking long. Okay. Because at the end of the day, I'm still going to talk to my therapist literally this weekend about it, but it's still running in my mind and I have to talk it out. Okay. So please forgive me. This story time is going to be also a rant, but I need y'all to understand clearly. Okay. All right. With this story, I want y'all to know that back in 2022, I had went to Jiffy Lube for the very first time since I got in my new car. And that car was a Toyota CHR to get an oil change because I didn't feel like sitting and waiting in Toyota for them to take 2 hours, 3 hours to do a fucking oil change. You know what I'm saying? So I went to Jiffy Lube right here on 163rd. I think it was 163rd or Hollandale Beach. Matter of fact, it was Hollandale Beach. And I went there to get my oil change or whatever. I had my brother on the phone. My mom was on the phone with my brother and whatever. We were just talking shit, you know? So then this guy, he came all real nice, real, whatever. And, he was helping me out saying, look, you need this, you need that. I said, okay, well, I'm only here for the oil change. I got the coupon. So then he was pointing out like, I think my filter needed to be changed or some shit like that. And I was talking to my brother. I was like, can you do it or should I just go ahead and do it here? And my brother was like, just go ahead and do it here because I don't have no time. So I told him, okay, I'll do it here, whatever. So boom. I got that done, right? And the guy was like, oh, you're going to have to come back because we don't have your particular filter. Just come back and ask for Jay. I said, okay, cool. So he gave me his number because he was like, can I have your number? I was like, yeah, sure, here. And he was like, oh, can I take you out? Doing his little flirtation shit that Jiffy Lube niggas do anyway. Right? And I seen him. He was cute. I was like, okay, here, my number. So my mom was talking in the background like, oh, so that's what you doing? You over there getting man number. I'm like, Mom, I'm getting his number because they don't have my particular filter. So he's going to text me when to come back so he can install it. So that was that. Me and him, we was texting, but I just noticed like he'll text and then he'll be missing for like 2-3 months. Then I would text him to just check on him, and then he'll go missing for 2-3 months. And it was just always that for the past 2 years, right? So 2022, 2023. Now this year, I had hit him up because I had changed my number. Reason being is because of my ex-child. He was wild and crazy. That's another story for another day, right? So then I was hitting him up saying, here I had changed my number. This is Diana, from Jiffy Lube, da 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 da. Even though you don't use my number, you be letting it collect dust. And we were just chatting it up. So throughout this year, we just been chatting it up. Like we just been on the phone, chatting it up. He came to my job to talk to me. We was chatting up. We realized we have the same type of interest in whatever, right? And the more we was chatting, I was giving him more like games to play since I know he got a PlayStation. I was like, okay, what game do you play? Let's play this game. This game is good, like Diablo 4. I put everybody on Diablo 4, okay? Anybody that's my friend, I'm putting them on Diablo 4 if you got PlayStation, bitch. Diablo 4. Then we was chatting it up. He would watch my stream on Twitch because I think he found me on Discord. And I'm like, who it is? And he was telling me that's Jay. And we was just chatting right there and whatever. And throughout the chat, we was never flirt, but it was more like homeboys and homegirls. You know what I'm saying? Like we just chatting it up and whatever. And I guess the more that we talked, the more that we chatted, he was feeling some type of way. I still stand on we just friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what you're saying. I'll flirt back. I'll tease you, whatever. But we're just friends. You know what I'm saying? So throughout this month or last month, he's he's been hitting me up. He's been asking me, would I ever be in a poly? I told him the type of poly I would be on. I told him, or I had already told you, I'm a very selfish person. I cannot have my man on someone else, fucking on someone else, because bitch, I'm already too much, and I don't think you can afford to be sleeping with somebody else. But I told him, like, well, the type of poly that I would like, because I don't want to be fucking on nobody girl. You know what I'm saying? Nobody girls, because bitch, I don't like girls. We could be in two separate households, you could go back and forth, however. Like when I'm tired and I don't want to see your face or whatever the case, I like being by myself. You could go over there. I told him that. And I just noticed he will always bring that up. Like, so would you ever, what if I get a house or a duplex? If I get this, that, would you want a penthouse? I'm like, no, I want the smallest area because first of all, I don't have no kids. We'll just always talk about that, but then we'll talk about like, religious stuff. We'll talk about like games. We'll talk about life. Like we'll talk about everything. Like we're just chatting it up. Right. And I would tell him, oh, I'm going on a date. Cause he's my friend. So I'm telling him stuff like, okay, I'm going on a date. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I was sending him things that he could do with, his partner. Because let me clear this up. I found out that he was married. Mind you, I met him 2022. We've been chatting back and forth. It may not have been consistently, but we have been talking, right? I found out last month. Mind you, today is November. I found out October, late October. I found out he was married because Facebook, and you know what? Applause to Facebook. Applause to Facebook. Okay? Because I seen a picture, like, you know how they recommend you somebody or suggest that you know them? And I seen his face and I'm like, that's Jay. Like, I didn't think he had a Facebook. He said he don't have social media. So what the fuck is going on? So I clicked it, right? And I seen it was him. And when I'm scrolling and looking through the information and whatever, I come to find out that he have kids. Okay. He have kids and he is married. And I went through the wife's picture, right? Profiles and pictures and things. And she's saying she's married to him. So I shoot him a text message early in the morning because I was getting ready for work. I say, Jay, I got a quick question for you. Do you have Facebook? He is like, yeah, what's up? So as I'm about to text him, like, what's going on? He ended up calling me. So then I picked the phone and I was like, yeah, do you have Facebook? Because I was on Facebook early this morning and I seen a profile that looks just like you and whatever. And it's saying that you married. So then he was like, what? What you talking about? I haven't been on Facebook in so long. Let me see. Send me a picture. So I sent it to him or whatever. And he was like, I'm logging in to see what you're seeing. I'm like, yeah, okay. Because I'm like, Jay, you ain't never told me you was married. Like, what the fuck? Why you didn't say you was married and whatever? And after he seen that the picture I sent him and he logged into his Facebook, okay, meaning he always had that Facebook page, bitch. He was just lying through his teeth. He was like, yeah, I don't ever tell anybody I'm married. And I'm like, the fuck? That would be fucking important because what if your wife don't want you talking to females? Like, like I do not want to disturb nobody marriage, nobody home. We just friends, but some people they don't like guys having female friends. He's like, what the fuck? What you saying? Like she control me. I'm like, well, I'm just saying, I don't know what type of relationship y'all have. So I don't want to disrespect the marriage or whatever. So I was still getting ready for work. He was asking me what I was doing. I guess he wanted to cut the conversation short. So I was like, I'm getting ready for work and this and that. And I'm like, this is the longest we ever been on the phone. Because typically it's like a good 5 minutes we text and then that's it. But he was stuck on the phone. Like he stayed on the fucking phone with me. So I'm like, okay. So I was going to work, driving, and whatever. And I was basically telling him, I said, we knew each other since 2022. We have never been on the phone that long. Like, typically, I don't even stay on the phone that long. It's like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and then we're done with conversation. And he's like, oh, okay, well, I could hang up. I said, I didn't say that. I'm just saying, we just never been on the phone that long. Like, you just be letting my phone collect dust, on your phone. You don't never hit me up. We're just friends, so I don't understand why it's such a big deal for you to, communicate. So he was telling me, well, back then, I was fucking around, I was doing wrong and this and that, and I had a lot going on my plate. And I'm like, I understand, but like I told you before, because you was messing with so many girls, I told you we're cool as friends. I don't care what's going on. I don't care what you think. We're just friends. You seem very cool. Like, we have good conversation. We could chat it up. It's always a good time. So I don't want anything with you. So you could hit me up. Like, it's no problem. Like, you can hit me up, talk to me, chat with me. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, okay, so I'll do that, da da da, right? So we've been calling, texting, very appropriate as friends do. It's just that as he's a very flirtatious person, as usual. There's our guy that's naturally flirtatious. I never really take it up to core with it. So I was just like flirting back, oh yeah, bet you can't take care of me or da 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 da, whatever. Right? So moving forward, I started to notice that he was getting more in his feelings. So he would be on the phone with me, and literally, I was pumping my gas, right? And this old sweet man, like, he seen me, came out my car. I was pumping gas. He was like, "Oh, you so beautiful. Wow." Telling me all this good stuff, saying, "Oh, your boyfriend is very lucky to have you." I'm like, "I don't have a boyfriend." He's like, "No, oh, I could be your boyfriend." So I was chatting up with him and whatever. And Jay was on the phone and he heard everything and he had asked for my number. Good morning. So I gave it to him and I got into my car, drove off, and here come Jay on the phone like, I don't know how I feel. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know how you feel? What you talking about? He's like, all that, like, he's taking you on a date. I'm like, it's not a date. I mean, I don't know him. He's just taking me to lunch. That's it. He just want to take me to lunch or whatever. So what's the problem? Like, are you in your feelings? He's like, no, I'm not in my feelings. It's just I don't know how to feel. And I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about? He's like, you know what? Forget it, forget it, forget it. I'm like, okay, cool. Because at the end of the day, we're friends. And secondly, I'm just going on a lunch with this guy. Doesn't mean I might go with him or anything like that. He just asked, I just gave it to him, whatever. And that's something that is very normal for me. Not trying to blow my horn like I'm the finest bitch. I'm pretty. I'm gorgeous. Like, bitch, I know that. My aura give that. So of course there's gonna be men coming up to me, flirting with me, trying to get my number and this and that, and whatever. Right? So he was in his feelings about that. And I'm like, okay. He was like, let's move on. I was like, okay, cool. So we was chatting up. I think he got off the phone. Boom. Then we called each other again and we was chatting up. I was checking on him, how's work going, all this other stuff. And, once again, he brought up this poly shit again. And I'm like, Jay, what is going on with you? You trying to have me in a poly with you and your wife? Like, I already told you, I'm not gonna be fucking on your wife. I don't want nothing to do with your wife. I don't want to be friends with her. None of that. Like, the only time we should ever have a conversation if I am willing to be in that type of relationship, me and your wife would have to talk to know how things would be. But I don't want to be a friend, none of that. Like, I don't want to communicate none of that type of stuff. Like, I don't want her to think that it's cool because what he had told me was during that, he's like, look, me and my wife, we fuck on our friends now and then. I'm like, y'all fuck on y'all friends now and then. He's like, yeah. I'm like, so y'all got an open marriage. He's like, I wouldn't say that. I'm like, so what is you saying? He said, well, we just came to a point in a relationship where we had to talk about, like, things like before I ever cheat or whatever. I just wanted her to know, like, look, if you're not satisfying me sexually, then I'm going to step out. So it's either, you know, I cheat, or you know about it and you okay with it. And I'm like, what the fuck? I said, first of all, did you have this conversation before knowing me, or this is during the time you knew me? Because I need to know where everything stands. So he was like, no, we talked about this long time ago. And, we had did threesomes. We had, friends. She was involved. I was involved. And I was like, ew, no, that would not be me. Like, if that's what y'all looking for, that would not be me. I don't want to be involved with no girls, whatever. Like, my man is my man, okay? So do what you will. I said I have a very high sex drive for my man, and my man won't have time to deal with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So he kept bringing it up. So he was telling me. So I'm like, so I was trying to figure out more about, like, what the fuck do he mean? So he was, I guess, broadcasting that his junk is huge, and if she can't take it, he gonna look elsewhere because you're not satisfying his needs and da da da. I'm like, oh, okay. So y'all done this before? He like, yeah, we done this multiple times. She's cool with it. We have an understanding, this and that and whatever. I said, oh, okay, cool. That's, unusual, but it's good that y'all have that communication, that, y'all understand, like, y'all have an open marriage. And I'm like, that's basically an open marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. So he was explaining to me his past, things that he was doing. So I was like, so Jay, when we first talked, like text and whatever, you told me you was dealing with multiple girls and the relationship was whatever the relationship was. So did your girl know? He was like, some of them know, some of them, yeah. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, did your girl know that me and you was friends? And he told me yes, but it seemed like she didn't, because we're about to get to the juicy part, right? Because I'm about to speed this couple of weeks up. So again, we're chatting. He's in his feelings. He's admitting, we need to figure out what this relationship is and all this nonsense. And I'm like, what the fuck? We don't need to figure out nothing. I'm texting my best friend. Not this nigga texting me. We need, not texting, but calling me saying that we need to figure out what this relationship is, bitch. And I'm going on a date with somebody else. And I'm like, and my best friend like, what the fuck? And he was like, are you gonna do it? I'm like, no. Like, unfortunately, speaking to him, we have a good connection on similar things, right? But financially, he cannot afford me. Like, he cannot. He can barely afford. Like, he just asked me to loan him some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I didn't give him like a large amount. I sent him $100 because I'm like, first of all, we have not been chat and communicate, and we have never hung out like homegirls, homeboys. Like, we go out, watch the movies, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't never done that before. So I'm not gonna trust you with a large amount of money, but here's $100 for whatever situation you in, right? After I figure out his situation. So yeah, I said, no, bestie, like, he can afford me. Like, I don't want someone to see that I have my career. I'm making all this money. You're not. So now I have to come to a household that don't have no financial stability, that don't have money, and now I'm contributing to your finances. And I'm basically the head of the household because I'm making more money than all of y'all. And y'all gonna be depending on my money? No. No, 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 no. That's not gonna be happening. So I told my best friend no. Like, if he was financially stable, then probably I might give it a try, because that's not something I would willingly want to do. But if it works out, I'll try it. If it works out, great. If not, baby, deuces. I came in with my shit. I'm leaving with my shit. So again, me and Jay, we chatting it up and whatever, doing us. In the morning of Tuesday, I'm heading to work for the very first time after my little short vacation. I get a text message. Matter of fact, I get a call. Fuck that. I get a call from his wife, right? Now, mind you, the wife was blowing me up last night. And let me explain, blowing me up. Jay will call me one or two times if he missed, like, if I didn't pick up. Like, he'll call me one or two times after to see, like, okay, probably she missed a call, her phone somewhere else. Let me call her. Da da da. No, I knew something was up when I woke up the next, like, Tuesday to get ready for work, when I was missing like fucking 8 fucking calls from Jay and whatever, right? Now, I ignored it. I didn't call it back because I was like, that's suspicious. He never blowed me up this much. Like, what the fuck is going on? And it was all late at night, like 11, 12. Bitch, I'm dead asleep. Like, I'm not up. I'm dead asleep. By 9, Jay, no, by 9, 9, 10, I'm gone. I'm dead. Like, don't even think about calling, texting me at those hours because I'm gone. I'm dead. You know? So for me to see that and that time frame that these calls was coming in, I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on? So then I get a call when I was at work and it was from Jay. I finally picked up because, Jay is a friend. Like, he's not that important to me, you know? So I'll pick up when I pick up. I'll call him when I could call him. And I finally was able to pick up a call from him. And it ended up being a woman, a voice on there. So then, the wife hit me up. She was like, is this Diana? I'm like, yeah, this is her. And she was like, do you also have a different number? I said, yeah. She was telling me my number. And I'm like, yeah, that's my other number, my work number. Yeah, so what's going on? So she was like, well, I'm just trying to figure out what is your relationship with Jay because, I'm his wife and, I never talked to you or met you or anything like that. And I'm just wondering. I said, sweetie, I'm like, my love, look, we just friends. Like, there is nothing going on. She was like, oh, okay, because I see that he's always calling you and you're sending him like Insta stories, like with dates and this and that. I'm like, yeah, for y'all two to do. Like, if I'm going out on my dates and stuff like that, I'm giving him ideas of what to do with you since, he's married and whatever. But I had already asked him, was it okay for him to talk to me? Because after I found out that he was married, I wanted to make sure that I'm not stepping boundaries or causing any harm to marriage because that's not who I am or whatever. And he told me, no, it was cool. And I said, okay. And, that was it. But we have never touched. We have never kissed. We have none of that. Nothing. We're just strictly friends, And she's like, I understand because, he's a very flirtatious person. And I don't want the girl to be thinking otherwise. And, Jay had this habit of flirting. I said, I understand, trust me. Because she was like, oh, I seen a text where he called you bae. And I'm like, and you liked it. And I'm like, look, I was like, my love, let me tell you, I didn't even realize he called me that because he was asking me something else with that. He was asking me like, I think he said, hey, babe, I need you to help me with my vision board, give me some ideas. And I end up liking the message because he was talking about vision board. Because, bitch, I was planning my vision board for 2025. So I end up liking it and whatever. But it turned out to be a heart, iPhones. So I was like, yeah, but no, I was just trying to help him with his vision board. That's why I like the messages. But no, I call everyone love, sweetie, hun. I talk to all my residents like that. I talk to people I don't know like that. Everything. Like, if I don't know your name, that's what you're going to be called. Hun, love, sweetie, stuff like that. But no, there's nothing between me and him or whatever. So we chatted up, right? Boom. She understood. She gave me my little compliment. I guess she was trying to flirt, saying, oh, you have such a beautiful voice. I'm like, thank you, you too. And then we was done. So I ended up calling Jay to find out, like, what the fuck was going on. But apparently he was with his family. So I was like, oh, okay, well, just hit me up whenever you can and whatever. So after work, he ended up hitting me up. So I guess he was done with the family and this and that. And I explained to him, I said, hey, your wife called me using your phone. And I'm like, I didn't appreciate that she called me using your phone. Like, I would prefer a heads up, like, what the fuck was going on. But I told him, like, what the fuck happened between y'all for her to call me and ask, like, were we really friends? Because there's nothing going on between me and you. And he was like, I didn't even know. I just found out after she hung up the phone with you. I was asleep. I'm like, so you're telling me you didn't know she was planning on calling me? He was like, no, what the fuck? How would I know? I'm like, well, listen, I'm not upset or anything like that. I just didn't appreciate her calling me. I think she should have talked to you regarding it. And if she need clarity, then we all should have been on the phone. But whatever, we talked. I cleared it up. Hopefully you said the same thing. We're just friends because there's nothing going on. And then again, he's bringing up, well, this is why I was asking you what we are. And I'm like, Jay, we're just friends, okay? Stop asking me. But whatever, she gave me a weird compliment saying, I have a beautiful voice. And, here he goes flirting again. Yeah, because you got a angelic voice. I like being on the phone with you, da da da. I'm like, oh, okay, cute. So we were just on the phone when I was driving home. I was just, he was chatting up with his wife and kids. I was over there singing on my favorite song that was on the radio, child. It was a good time. And that was that, right? I ain't hear from Jay at all. Mind you, Jay and I used to talk 2-3 times a day. But that day, he didn't hit me up at all after he hit me up that one time. Okay, didn't care. So I'm getting ready for work, driving to work. Wednesday, I get a fucking text, and let's read the text. I didn't delete it just for this moment so I can literally read it to you guys. Okay. So to clarify this, the beginning, when me and Jay was on the phone Tuesday, me going home, again, he asked me, this is why I wanted to be in a relationship. I had asked you multiple times, this and that. I said, Jay, we have never hung out as friends. Like, just because we be chatting on the phone and you come to my house doesn't mean I don't know if we mesh very well. Like, I could go out with my homeboys and I know for a fact we're just friends. So we could hang out as friends. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't never hang out. Every time I say, oh, let's go here, let's go there, you always bail and you always cancel. So he was like, okay, well, what you want to do? I said, what we could do is we could go to Dana Point. We don't have to spend no money. We could just vibe out, see the scenery. If we want to get something to eat or snack on, we can. They have like little stuff that we could snack on. We could just chill. So then he was asking me, um, so let me clarify, is it just me and you, or is me, you, my wife? And I'm like, I don't know your wife. I don't know your wife. I barely know you like that. So I would prefer for now, me and you, we chill, we hang out, we figure out like what the vibe is, if we're just friends, or what. Because if your wife is okay with you, da da da, and she clearly said y'all have an open marriage, then she should be okay with us just hanging out as friends. Because that's all we're going to do, hang out as friends. And I clarified that with him. Now, I don't know what was said after we hung up on the phone, baby, for this lady to text me early in the motherfucking morning while I'm driving to work. But that's what I need y'all to understand, that part, right? Okay. So 7:33 in the morning on Wednesday, here she go messaging me, right? She said, and mind you, there's gonna be a lot of typos for me and her because I was driving to work, right? So of course I can't text and drive comfortably. She's at home in her ass, you know, texting me from her phone. This is no longer J phone. So that means she stole my number from J phone to text me separately while this man phone is always dead. So I knew he didn't know because his phone is dead per usual and he sleep, right? Okay. So this is what she's texting me. Yo, you made weird. Keep asking my dude to go somewhere with you. Like, he's a married man with kids and married man with kids. What he looked like chilling with you on a solo dolo and y'all just met. And I don't even know you. Never met you. You got no boundaries or respect for a marriage. Go find somebody else nigga to play with. And P.S. if you find another married man, you shouldn't be outside, period. Just you and him trying to kick it. That's some snake shit. Right? So I'm reading this text message. I'm like, what the fuck is this bitch saying? So I said, excuse me, girl, I think you checking the wrong one. Your man was the one that asked for my number back in 2022. Your man have been hitting me up. I told him we are just friends. You talking as if I'm seducing him. We was planning to hang out in Dania Point to vibe as friends. Girl, I was respecting your relationship as a married person after I found out last month you guys was married on Facebook. Your man is the one catching feelings for me and keep asking me what we are because he's trying to have me in a poly with y'all. I think before you ever message someone, you truly don't know who your man is you're married to. I have a lot of married niggas that I still hang out with, and wife is okay because they know I don't want them. And that is so true because My other best friend, he is married. Not legally, but he's married. But his wife seen me, but we ain't never chatted up. We ain't never kick it, nothing. You know why? Because she's a secured woman. Her man spoken to her, say, I knew her since elementary. We have nothing going on. We have never tried. He have never tried to get with me, nothing like that. So whenever he slide by my house or we hanging out, she have no problems. You know what I'm saying? She have no problem because it was already understood. You know what I'm saying? My other friend, I met him while we was working in Home Depot. We was chatting it up. Every time we get off of work, we're grabbing something to drink. We're vibing. You know, we're at his hood, chilling and vibing. And sometimes it just be me and him in the morning, just kicking it and vibing it. And then I met his wife because he finally threw a housewarming party because he got his house. So it's furnished and everything. So I finally met the wife, introduced myself. The wife is cool and collect. The only thing the wife asks is do not hang out with her in my house with my kids. And that's cool. I'm straight, baby. That's your boundary. I'm going to respect it, you know, but we're friends. So this bitch talking aside of her neck like, I have no boundary. No, your man have no respect for your marriage. He cheated on you multiple times. He have no boundary. He's trying to recruit me, you know, to be with y'all, and I don't want to be with y'all. Okay, if you so claim that you don't want me to hang out with him solo dolo, you clearly as a woman after talking to me on Tuesday, you should have texted me and said, hey, Jay just told me that y'all gonna be hanging out in Dania Point. I'm not comfortable yet with y'all hanging out by yourself. I would like to join. Bitch, I would have been a grown woman as you was being a grown, respectable woman and standing on your 10 toes and being their wife and saying, I'm not comfortable with y'all hanging solo and you trying to be in it. I'll be like, okay, that sounds cool. Why not? We're going at this time. We're going to Dana Point, da da da. That's what you should have done. But no, you brought your insecurity into this friendship, which not leading nowhere. Hi, gun. That's not leading nowhere. And you're accusing me of something that we never done, right? So I continue because I seen she was trying to text, but child, she was slow. So I said, plus your man cannot afford me. Obviously, he is not in a financial place where he can have a poly relationship. No disrespect, but talk to your nigga before ever texting and calling my phone, my love, because I'm not the one. I'm tired of you jealous bitches hitting up female friends thinking a bitch is taking your man. The fuck? I don't want your man. We are friends. And I shouted out like, so I put everything in capital. We are friends. But now make sure he pays me back Friday and both of y'all don't ever hit me up. But it was typo. So, cause I was driving. Okay. So then she came and tried to send a Regina a Mean Girls post where she was filing her nails and say, you're done because I said what I said and stand by it since you talked to plenty married men. Fuck off my phone and his. And then she texts, yo, you snake because of you really respected our marriage. You what? You see, that's what I'm talking about. Because of you really respected our marriage, the shut you text in the beginning would have been said what I spoke to you. I don't know what the fuck she meant by that. But I said, bitch, I don't give a fuck what you said. Your nigga shopping for other bitches. I don't care about your marriage as much as he does. You ain't win shit. Make sure you have me and him on the phone to win something. You really took my number thinking you did something. I should have fucked your nigga. Because at this point, bitch, you starting to really get on my nerve, like, cause you really talking as if you a girlfriend. You talking as if you a side bitch or you a hitting bitch. Because, well, at the end of the day, you was a hitting bitch. At the end of the day, because bitch, he stay on the phone with me while he's at work. His friends, everybody hear me. Everybody hear my voice. Everybody know I'm on the phone with him. So, bitch, you the one that's being hidden, not me. So then she was like, girl, you couldn't if you tried. No, before I should have fucked your nugget. She said, haha, I got nigga that come home every night with good dick that pay my bills. I'm good. So I laughed because I'm like, Really? I said, girl, bye. So do I. Obviously. What you saying? LOL, you lame as fuck. Girl, you couldn't if you try. I said, I could and clearly shows because you still messaging me. But his phone dead. He's asking me for advice, but you there. LOL, you getting blocked. I have a job to get to. Bye, babes, with the kissy emoji. And then I replied to the message saying, but he's paying my bill. I said, but he's asking for loans. LOL, okay. So then she wanted to make it seem like I'm feeling some type of way. So she said, girl, I pity you. Nothing you said is going to upset me. Bye. I said, no, bitch, you found my number and text me. You should get off mine and ride his dick so he's not in mine or theirs. You don't, but you don't, bitch. Well, you are pathetic as we discussed. And then I end up blocking her. And I feel like I should have said more shit, but because I was driving, I couldn't. I should have sent her a list of shit to talk about because the shit that I've been told, and because Jay did not get her together after I clearly told him, I did not felt comfortable with her calling me through your phone to verify. Like, if you're saying your wife is okay with you having female friends, why she's blowing me up like that? After I clearly advised her what's going on. As I clearly told her, I knew your man since 2022. I just found out about you last month on Facebook that y'all was married. So that should tell you something. You know what I'm saying? So why are you on my phone line coming and attacking me? And this is what's wrong with insecure women. This is what's wrong with insecure women. First of all, you dated and married a man that is flirtatious. You know he wants an open relationship. You know he is a womanizer. You already knew all of these things. I didn't. I didn't know him, right? But you did. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, you should already know the type of nigga you have. You should not be trying to talk to the other woman, okay? Because of whatever situation y'all have, because you have no trust issue. You have no trust in your man. You knew the type of nigga you married. You know what I'm saying? So why is you texting the other woman when the other woman have nothing to do with it? Now, if you found something sexual on our text message, which she could not, she only found one thing where he was the one that called me babe. One thing throughout our entire text messages, nothing sexual. Like, why are you checking me when I clearly was standing on friendship, when clearly you know your man? And this is what's wrong with y'all. The other women have no loyalty to your marriage because at the end of the day, she is single, she is free, she can do whatever she want to do. She can talk to whoever she want to talk to. She can do whatever she wants to do. But a man that is married and he's married and he's supposed to be married to the love of his life and he understands that and he truly cherishes and respects you, he would know his boundaries, not the other woman. And this is where y'all fuck up at, because y'all be thinking other people need to have boundary for your marriage. No, whoever you married, whether it's your wife or your husband, they should know their boundary. And that will teach other people their boundaries. But if he's really gagging and talking crazy in the side of his neck, doing all this stuff, cheating on you and this and that, why are you checking the other woman? You should be checking your man. You should be on your man ass. You should be cursing your man, okay? First of all, your man is not financially secure. Y'all still in an apartment all these years with 3 fucking kids. You know what I'm saying? Can't support you. Asking for loan, asking me, check my budget, see if I could give him something. Calling other people to see if they could loan him some money to pay y'all bills. You need to shut up and not brag on stuff that's clearly not there. That clearly your man do not respect you as a woman. Clearly your man is not proud of you. Is not proud to be with you. Cause bitch, long time ago he would have told me he was married. Okay? 2 years ago, he would have told me that he's married. Bitch, he would have proudly show pictures of you on his Facebook. He would have proudly show pictures of you on his phone. Bitch, no. But what he's doing, he's coming to my job. He's calling me every day. He's over here coming to my crib. He's over here asking me for advice. He's asking me to help him. What should he do? He's asking me all of that. Okay? As a friend, bitch. And then on top of that, a female friend. So that means y'all have issues in y'all marriage. And he's stepping out of your marriage. He's disrespecting your marriage. He's disrespecting your home. We have never slept together. I have not disrespected your marriage because we have never kissed. We have never held hands. We have never talked sexual. We have never did anything out the ordinary of being friends. Okay? So she is dumb and stupid for that. And this is why I don't like insecure people. I really don't. Because at the end of the day, woman does the dumbest shit. And this is why I don't have a lot of women friends, because they're so emotional. And I'm not saying I'm not, but at the end of the day, I have logic in my head as well. Because 1 + 1 does equal 2. Now, when 1 + 1 + 5, and you're trying to tell me 2, bitch, it don't make sense. It don't make sense. And obviously something in your marriage is not making sense. You're saying one thing and he's saying another thing. Y'all need to figure that shit out. Don't text the other woman, because first of all, it's dangerous. Bitch, she was texting my personal phone for friends and family, and then she was texting my work phone the same bullshit. So I had to threaten her and be like, yo, do not hit up my lines like that, because bitch, I'll have niggas find you and fuck your shit up. Like, don't do that dumb shit. Okay? If you're arguing, stick to one motherfucking phone. Okay? So then, you know, I've been thinking, I'm like, this is so dumb. Why the fuck all this drama is in my fucking phone, right? And since then, since that Wednesday of me and her going back and forth, Jay have never called me back, never have texted reply, because I end up texting him after I blocked her. I said, you know what, bitch, don't ever talk to me. Fuck you and your wild ass wife for fucking texting me early this motherfucking morning, blaming me on some shit that is not even fucking there. You know what I'm saying? So I told him, pay my shit back, pay my money back. I don't care. The principle is the principle. Bitch, you owe me, and get the fuck on. You don't have to talk to me. You don't have to ever see me, because I felt like that was very disrespectful, especially the fact that I don't have nothing going on with you. You're just literally my friend, and you really allowed this bitch, your own bitch, to come and message a friend of yours that we're just friends, to disrespect me in that level, and made her own conclusion when you clearly say y'all have an open relationship, and she said the same thing, but obviously she's feeling some type of way. And she could have handled that way better instead of calling me a snake. And I don't, bitch, how am I a snake and I don't know you? Okay, a snake is if we are friends, okay, and I'm going behind your back trying to take your man. That's snake shit. Okay? I'm going behind your back and I'm fucking on your man. I'm going behind your man and I'm pulling him away from you. That's snake shit, bitch. Bitch, you hear my voice on the phone every fucking day. Every time he's on the phone with me, you hear my fucking voice. How is that snake shit? Make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? And it really pissed me off, because it's like, damn, we're still at an age where you're trying to tell me, because y'all married, and this is only for men that understand they are married, but at the end of the day, I have friends. I have female friends. I have nigga friends. So it shouldn't matter, who I hang out with. You know what I'm saying? Because when my ex was chilling with his homegirl, I ain't felt no type of way. Bitch, I was busy going to sleep. He was doing him with his friend, chilling, vibing, smoking. I have no worry in the world. I have zero worry. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not that type of bitch. I'm not insecure. Because if my nigga want to play that game, we going to play it. We're going to play it, and we're going to see who going to have the issue. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm just going to leave you. I'm not going to sit here and blame the other woman. If another woman could get you, if another woman could make you step out of your marriage, you was never for me. So there's no point of me going to the other woman saying, oh, you can have him. Oh, bitch, don't be talking to my man. I'm not going to do all that. For what? For my sanity? For my mind? Because I know I'm that bitch. I know I'm that fine. I could pull another nigga. I'm going to leave you. You can figure it out with the other woman if she wants you. But me, deuces. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I know this was a long story, but you guys, please let me know how y'all feel. Do you think I'm wrong, or do you think the wife is wrong, or do you think Jay is wrong in this situation? Because we need to figure this shit out. I am going to figure it out with my therapist, but I want to hear y'all opinions about this story. Deuces, talk to you later.